Welcome back to another video. First things first, I got my nails done and they're so cute. I went for all different shades of purple and just randomly on each hand, so love them. I always go to the same place. It's Pink and White Nails in the Highlands if you live in Denver. So today's video is a where to eat in Denver video. So I figured this would be really helpful if you're coming to visit Denver soon, or if you happen to live in Denver, maybe one of these restaurants you've never been to, try it out. I'm a huge foodie. I love food. I feel like my whole day is focused around food from start to finish. I get excited for the next meal as soon as one ends, and then in the evening when I'm done eating, I'm literally sad. So food is a big part of my life. So I figured I should do a video about it. So we love going out to eat, probably a little bit too much, but you only live once. So these are some of our favorite spots. Again, I could do a video for 3 hours talking about food, obviously, but these are just some of our favorite spots that I picked. I could definitely do another one of these if you guys like it. But yeah, so we'll start with breakfast, obviously. Denver Biscuit Company. If you've never heard of it, I'll add some photos in here. It is next level, biscuit sandwiches. They also have biscuits and gravy, and you can add an egg on top. Really quality biscuits, and they're crazy sandwiches. They have some more lunchy sandwiches, a Nashville hot chicken with some ranch and stuff, but then they also have fried chicken with bacon and egg, and then a cheese and a sausage gravy, crazy stuff. And then they have a lot tamer ones as well, and a ton of vegetarian options if you are a vegetarian. The biscuits and gravy, you can get the sausage gravy or a mushroom gravy, which is great. So for all the sandwiches, if it has a sausage patty on it, you can actually get a Beyond patty as well, which I love. My favorite there to get is just pretty simple. It's the biscuit, cheddar cheese. I do the vegetarian sausage typically, and then a strawberry rhubarb jam. And it is, I love that salty sweet combo with the strawberry jam, so it's my personal favorite. But yeah, so definitely try it out. There's a ton of locations all around town. So yeah, that's a great place to start your day. Definitely a big heavy breakfast though. I try to split with somebody, because I don't like to eat it all at once. Makes you feel real sleepy, but it is a great place to go, especially if you come to Denver drinking, hungover. Great spot. Okay, so next I'm just gonna move on to a ton of different restaurants. So first is a French bistro called Brasserie Brixton. I hope I'm saying that right. It's over kind of in Rhino. It's a little off the beaten path, but it's a hidden gem. It is phenomenal food. Some of my favorite items there are the French onion soup. The onions just melt in your mouth. I'll try to find a picture online. It's the best French onion soup you'll ever have. And then their mussels, next level. We've only been twice, but everything we've gotten has been absolutely delicious. And I think it's one of those restaurants that changes up their menu a little bit. They have a few things that are staple, but I think they do try to change it up, which is always fun. And then if you're into orange wine, well, first, if you don't know what orange wine is, it's a different way they keep part of the grape. I think it's with the white grapes or green grapes, and they keep the leaves or the, what's the shell called of a grape? The skin of the grape, something like that. But it's the way they produce it. It's a super natural process, and it's supposed to make you less hungover because it is so natural. Sometimes you'll get a glass and there'll be little bits and stuff in it. It's super unfiltered, and yeah, so it's real good. And they have a really big orange wine selection. So if you're into orange wine or have never tried it, that's a great place to try some. Okay. Next, we're gonna go to a Mexican restaurant, Mr. Oso. It's also in Rhino. So good, so fresh, Great vibes inside, like a lot of plants. Everything on the menu that we've had is good. Their chips and guac, their queso. We've tried a ton of their tacos. They actually had a fried, and then this is again a place that like kind of rotates their menu. They had this fried chicken taco that was like one of the best things I've ever eaten. It had like a bacon jam on it. They don't have that one anymore, and I'm really sad about it, but life goes on. But just really quality, fresh, unique Mexican food. And then they're actually known, or like have won awards for their one dessert. So it's fresh churros, like really fresh churros, a caramel dipping sauce, and then you can get like ice cream with it, and it's not just like your typical like vanilla ice cream. I think they switch it up, but when we went and had it, it was a banana nut bread ice cream. So it was like a banana ice cream with like pieces of banana nut bread and then a like cereal crumble on top. It was just absolutely next level. I literally can't wait to go back and get it. So if you go, try to save room for dessert if you can. Next, I have 2 food halls. Food halls are super big in Denver. Just a big space where you can kind of sit anywhere. And you can order from all different types of restaurants. So Avanti is the first one. It's over in the Highlands. Has I think it's also a French bistro. But they also have like some pastas on their menu. They're truffle fries. Like if you go to Avanti, you're getting the truffle fries. Like you absolutely have to get them. They're the best ones I've ever had. But they have like, yeah, truffle fries, they have salads, they have, pastas. I believe there's a pizza place now, there's a fish place, there's a Venezuelan place, fried chicken, and then like a burger joint. Oh, and then an Asian place. So it's like, if you're going with a big group of people, typically everyone ends up ordering something completely different, which is so fun and really helpful when you're in a relationship. I think often like I might want to be a little healthier and get some sort of salad or something, and then Jesse's like, let me get a burger or a fried chicken sandwich, and sometimes that's just not my vibe. So I really like Avanti and all the food halls for that, where you can get completely different things from somebody else, but still eating at the same restaurant, having cocktails, that kind of vibe. So really great place. The other food hall is Denver Central Market. They have one of the best acai bowls I've ever had in my entire life. So that place has the smoothie, salad, acai, super healthy place. Again, a pizza place, bakery, coffee shop. So that one you can like walk, like, I don't know, I'll try to find some pictures to show you guys, but awesome place. And then more Avanti so than Denver Central Market, but they're always changing the restaurant. So I think the idea is that they have these food halls, and a new up-and-coming restaurant will go into one of these food halls to try to get like a following, and then once they've made it, or XYZ, they decide to open up a restaurant. So luckily, if my truffle fries ever leave Avanti, hopefully that's because they're opening up their own restaurant, because I need those truffle fries in my life. But yeah, so really cool concept. Sometimes the restaurants are ever changing, but like ever since we moved here in July, it's April, the bistro has been there, the Asian place has been there, the chicken and the burger place have been there. So it could be like a few staples that they're always gonna have and then switch out the others. Not really sure, but next category is tapas. So I have a normal tapas restaurant and then kind of like a higher end, fancier, nicer, more expensive. So the regular restaurant is Barcelona Wine Bar. There are a bunch of these all over the US at least. I don't know if they're all over the world, but there's definitely a few in the US. I know I've been to the one in Atlanta, and then I know my friend went to one in DC, so those 2 cities at least have it. But it's just a standard tapas place. Any normal tapa that you'll get at a Spanish restaurant is on their menu. Sangria, wine, just really, really good. And then again, they have one of the best desserts I've ever had in my entire life. It's like a warm, gooey, like chocolate cake with like an espresso, like glazed topping on top. I mean, it is phenomenal. So if you go, and the good thing about tapas is everything's like so small, so their little chocolate cake is like this. So if you're with a few people, like you're only getting a bite or two, which is nice, but try to save room. And then tapas wise, I mean, if you haven't had croquettes, you gotta get them. Oh, and then L5 is the fancier restaurant. Not a typical menu. They have really unique items. I believe they're also always changing their menu, so items come and go. And then they, of course, have some staples. Like they do have the patatas bravas, but they are done completely different than any time I've had them at any other Spanish restaurant. So really phenomenal. Insane views. Like half the restaurant you could be sitting and seeing the mountains, and then the other half you'll be like seeing downtown. So really cool vibes. Great like anniversary or birthday dinner, because it's definitely more expensive. They had probably the best sangria I've ever had in my life. So definitely if you're here for a special occasion, I would try to get a reservation there. Next, I don't even know what category to put this under, but Postino, I've talked about it in another video and showed, but it's all kinds of bruschettas. So you can like build a board of like 4 small pieces of bread, and then they'll cut all 4 of those into 4 little pieces, and you pick 4 different bruschettas. So we went the other day, I had like a hummus one, I had a ricotta, date, pistachio one, I had like a goat cheese and a hot pepper jelly, and then, what was my last one? Oh, a warm artichoke spread. So really unique. They have a ton of other small bites too, and then wine is great. They have some good deals too. Like we went on a Saturday, and until 5 p.m. you could get a $5 pitcher of beer, and all of their beers are craft beers. It's not like you're getting just a pitcher of Bud Light or Coors. So it's all craft beers. That was really fun. So definitely check them out. The biggest bummer about them is they don't take reservations, which I like have now grown to hate a restaurant who doesn't take reservations. Like I kind of almost crossed them off my list because I'm like, why would I go there when I like might have to wait? I just like having a reservation, like knowing like when I'm gonna be able to sit down at my table. Like, I don't know, it just makes it easier. So definite downside of that, but if you wanna like just put your name in, go grab a drink, good spot. Next, super fun vibe, Happy Camper. There's a bunch of these in Chicago, so if you've ever been to Chicago and been to Happy Camper, Home Slice, Paradise Park, I think that's it. But yeah, if you've been to any of those, it's the exact same thing. They just decided to open up one more in Denver. I don't know what their plans are to expand, but every single time you drive by that place, like no matter what time of day it is, it's like completely packed. So really fun, like it's crazy, like disco balls, like the decorating's crazy, and then they have such fun cocktails. Like my favorite, it's called like a big ass lemonade. It's 32-ounce lemonade vodka, which is just so good, and they're dangerous because you don't taste the vodka. And if you're not a vodka person, you can get like tequila or whatever kind of liquor you want in it. But so fun. And then it's like pizza and like appetizing things, so just delicious. And then the last category is breweries. So I was actually Googling this because I was curious, because Denver has a ton of breweries. So I was like, Denver has to be one of the biggest brewery cities in like the country. So I Googled, we happen to be number 3 on the list that I found. It said Portland was first, made sense. San Diego second, made sense. And then Denver was third. So ton of breweries. Not all of them have food, but there are a few that do. So Blue Moon is my number 1. I like love Blue Moon. And I didn't realize how many different beers Blue Moon had until I like got there and looked at the menu. But I also didn't know that Blue Moon was from Denver. So I was doing some research on that, and the guy that invented it like opened up a little stand in Coors Field, and like it was a big hit. And I forget the original name, but whatever. It had, what was the original name? It was kind of funny. Let me Google it. Oh, okay. So Blue Moon's original name was Bellyside Belgian White. So I thought that was kind of a funny name for Blue Moon. But yeah, so this guy opened up a little stand in Coors Field. It was a big hit. Coors ended up buying Blue Moon. So they are a Coors company. And then in like 2016, they decided to open up a large brewery here in Denver, so it's super cool. It's also in Rhino. And yeah, if you like Blue Moon, they have really good food. Nothing like that unique, but it's all just like really good. Like, it's kind of unique, some of it, I guess, but it's fire food. And if you like really like a Blue Moon, it's cool. I believe that's their only brewery location, like a physical place to like get the beer on tap and like drink and stuff and eat. So pretty cool. And then another one is 10 Barrel. I believe they're actually a Portland-based company, but they do have a brewery here too as well. And really good food. I've never been like absolutely obsessed with any of their beers, but I think it's like still really good beer and fire food. They have these like loaded nachos that are half nachos, but they're not regular chips. They're like these homemade like kettle cooked chips, and then half of it is French fries, which is fun. Barrel, great spot. Denver Beer Co., also phenomenal beer spot. And then they don't have a physical restaurant, but they almost always have, actually I think always have a food truck outside, which is so fun. One time it was like a Mexican joint. One time it had like banh mi sandwiches and stuff. So always has some sort of food truck. Beer's great. Vibes are great. I can't even figure out, like, I guess that might be the Highlands, or I don't really know what exact neighborhood that one's in, but great spot. And then 2 breweries that do not have food are Odell and Ratio. They're right across the street from each other in Rhino, but they have teamed up with a few restaurants in the area, and you can get any of their food. So they both happen to be right by Barcelona Wine Bar, so at either of those breweries you can get like takeout from Barcelona Wine Bar, which is pretty cool. And then there's also a Shake Shack like right down the street, which is fun. You've had a few drinks, little Shake Shack. Also, side note about Shake Shack, if you're a vegetarian, they have a phenomenal mushroom burger. It's like cheese filled, which is almost a little bit too much for me. I ended up like taking some out, but it was like, you know, a little breaded, and then it has their Shake Shack sauce and I think lettuce, tomato, onion on that good bun. I mean, it was a really good sandwich. So if you are vegetarian or like to eat a vegetarian option sometimes, Shake Shack. But yeah, so Odell and Ratio both don't have their own food. They have really good beer, and like I said, you can get those other restaurants. So I think that's it for my list today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please leave me a comment below. If you've been to any of these restaurants and you love them, let me know. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll probably be coming out with a video next Sunday. I'm going to try to get back on my every Sunday releasing a new video routine. And yeah, we'll talk soon.